I invested early into Nvidia, Palantir, and Micron. I saw the AI wave coming long before it hit the mainstream news, and I have done extremely well. I have made a lot of money off of those investments, and I still own every single one of them today. In May 2026, but I truly believe that what I am about to tell you will be even bigger than the first AI initiative. Now, do I think this can make you rich? That is entirely up to you and how much risk you are willing to take in your own portfolio. But I really want to open your eyes to this new and next wave of advanced computing. This is not going to replace artificial intelligence. It is something that works in addition to it. It is a highly specialized space that runs parallel to the AI revolution, and I think it is mind-blowing. We are still so early to this, and that is exactly why I wanted to share this with you today. I am going to give you my top 3 picks in this space from a pure stock investing standpoint. I am also going to give you a much broader view of how to invest in this for the long term. I will show you how to handle highly speculative plays while maintaining your overall diversification. So, let us jump right into the space I am talking about. It is quantum computing in 2026. We are still extremely early to this from a retail investing standpoint. There are really only 3 main companies that are leading the charge as pure plays right now. One of them has a $20 billion market cap, one is around $7 billion, and one is just $2 billion. When you compare that to the trillions of dollars in market cap for Nvidia or Microsoft, you realize the scale. These are still relatively small companies with massive runways for growth over the next decade. Let us talk about the first stock you need to look at, and that is IonQ. IonQ is currently the highest quality pure play in the quantum computer space right now. They have massive partnerships with Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet. In my opinion, they are the clear winner in the clubhouse at this stage. They have already raised their full-year guidance for 2026 after seeing incredibly strong demand growth. If I were forced to choose only one stock to put my money into for quantum hardware, it would be IonQ. The valuation is solid, and the partnerships with the cloud giants make them very hard to beat. They are doing very, very well. And the momentum is clearly on their side. The second one is a bit more speculative, and that is Rigetti. Rigetti takes a slightly different approach to quantum computing hardware and scaling. They have an aggressive roadmap and several major international and government contracts. However, you have to understand that this stock is very, very volatile. It is heavily driven by momentum and can move drastically in a single trading day. If you look at the chart today, it is actually trading at a discount compared to the start of the year. I like finding these opportunities where the long-term thesis is strong, but the price is currently suppressed. I am putting my own money into these because I see them as emerging leaders in a market that will never go away. Quantum computing is a real and viable market that is going to be here for the rest of our lives. I look at this just like I looked at getting into Nvidia or Palantir years ago. Then there is the third play, which is the most highly speculative and definitely the most risky. This company is running at a market cap of just under $3 billion right now. It is a high-stakes play, but the potential for a massive multiplier is certainly there. Now let us shift gears and talk about a less risky way to invest in this initiative. You simply cannot discount a company like IBM when it comes to the future of compute. IBM is probably the most underestimated leader in the entire quantum landscape. They have decades of deep research and a patent portfolio that is absolutely massive. They have enterprise relationships with almost every major company in the world. Whether it is software, hardware, or services, IBM is already inside the room. They are already operating quantum cloud access and have a very strong delivery roadmap. If you want to be involved in quantum without the extreme swings of the small caps by IBM, then we have Alphabet, which owns Google. They have some of the strongest quantum research talent on the entire planet. They were the company that really ignited the quantum supremacy narrative years ago. Alphabet is a way to have exposure to this space while owning a dominant search and advertising business. Next is Microsoft, and you should never discount their ability to dominate the software layer. I know some people still think of them as just Word and Excel, but they are so much more. They have the cloud infrastructure and the developer ecosystem to scale quantum apps faster than anyone. And of course, we have to talk about the sneaky quantum investment, which is Nvidia. While they are not primarily a hardware quantum company, they own the simulation and networking side. They are building the chips that will allow classical computers to talk to quantum systems. I still believe Nvidia is one of the best plays out there for the next 5 to 10 years. To wrap this up, if you are not invested in quantum computing stocks yet, you should be looking at them. You do not want to be the person kicking yourself down the road because you missed the next big wave. I hear people say that nobody is talking about quantum computing right now, and that is exactly the point you want to be there, before the mainstream media starts pumping it every single day. Think back to how you felt about Palantir or Bitcoin before they became household names. I am putting my money here because I believe these will be massive winners in the long run. I am still maintaining my core discipline of bi-weekly dollar cost averaging into VOO and VTI. I graduated in 2020, and that experience taught me that the market rewards those who stay consistent. I don't care about the short-term noise or the daily fluctuations of the index. I focus on the macro trends like inflation, housing affordability, and the shifting job market. We are seeing corporate layoffs in legacy sectors while the tech frontier is expanding. You have to position yourself where the capital is flowing, and right now it is flowing into compute. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me to talk about the future of wealth. I have made a lot of money by being early to these technological shifts. I think this market is still largely undiscovered by the average retail investor. Get in now, stay patient, and let the compounding do the heavy lifting for you. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I am going to keep sharing my moves and my research as we navigate this 2026 market together. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I remember when I first started investing and everything felt so overwhelming and complex. I used to stare at charts and wonder if I was too late to the party. But the truth is that there is always a new party starting somewhere in the market. AI was the big story of the last few years, but quantum is the story of the next decade. When you look at the fundamental physics of where computing is going, we are hitting a wall with silicon. We need a new way to process massive amounts of data for medicine, logistics, and encryption. That is exactly what these companies are building right now in their labs. It is not science fiction anymore. It is a commercial reality that is unfolding. I like to keep my strategy very simple and very direct. I keep my core in broad market funds, and I use my speculative capital for high conviction tech. I don't try to trade the news or time the exact bottom of every dip. I just look for the best teams and the best technology, and I hold them. If you look at the history of the stock market, the biggest gains always come from the biggest shifts in platform. We went from mainframe to PC to internet to mobile to cloud and then to AI. Quantum is the next platform shift, and it will be the most powerful one yet. I am not saying you should go out and put your entire life savings into a $2 billion company. That would be reckless and against everything I stand for on this channel. But putting a small percentage of your portfolio into these names could change your life. Think about what a 5% position in Nvidia would have done for you 5 years ago. That is the kind of opportunity I see here with names like IonQ. They are solving problems that are currently impossible for even the fastest supercomputers. That kind of utility is what creates long-term shareholder value. I also want to remind you that the road will be bumpy. These stocks will probably drop 30 or 40% at some point, and that is normal. The reason most people don't make money in these big waves is that they sell at the first sign of trouble. You have to have the conviction to hold through the volatility if you want the reward. I have sat through massive drawdowns in my Palantir and Micron positions, but because I understood the underlying technology, I didn't panic and I didn't sell. That is the mindset you need if you want to win in the 2026 market. We are living in a time of unprecedented change and opportunity. The world is getting faster, and the winners are those who can adapt. I am here to help you navigate that and find the signals in all the noise. I spend hours every day looking at these charts and reading these earnings reports. I do it because I love the game and I love seeing my community succeed. We are all in this together trying to build a better financial future. The housing market might be tough and the cost of living might be rising, but the stock market remains the greatest wealth creation machine ever invented. You just have to know where to look and have the courage to act. I am excited about the future, and I am excited to have you on this journey with me. Let us keep building, keep learning, and keep growing our wealth. The next wave is coming, and we are going to ride it all the way to the top. Never forget that the best time to invest was 10 years ago, but the second best time is today. Don't let fear or indecision keep you on the sidelines while others get ahead. Start small, stay consistent, and keep your eyes on the long-term horizon. I will be right here with you every step of the way, sharing everything I know. Thanks again for being part of this channel and for all your support. It means the world to me that I can share these insights with you. Stay smart with your money and stay hungry for the next big play. I will see you very soon in the next update. The quantum era is just beginning, and I am glad we are here at the start. Take care of yourselves and your portfolios. Peace out, and I will catch you in the next one. I honestly think that in 3 years, people will look back at this video and wish they listened. The numbers don't lie, and the institutional money is already starting to move. You can see it in the volume, and you can see it in the partnership announcements. The big players like Amazon and Google don't partner with just anyone. They see the potential, and they want to secure their spot in the quantum future. And you should want to secure your spot too. It is about being proactive instead of reactive. Most people wait for the success to be proven before they buy in. By then, the stock is already up 500%. The real gains are made in the uncertainty of the early days. That is where we are right now with quantum computing. It is an exciting time to be an investor and a tech enthusiast. I am truly grateful that I can do this and share my passion with all of you. Keep chasing your dreams and keep investing in yourself and your future. Everything you want is on the other side of consistency. I will be checking the comments to see what you guys think about these picks. Let me know if you are already holding any of these or if you have others on your list. I love hearing your perspectives and learning from your experiences too. We are a community of investors helping each other win, and that is the most powerful thing of all. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Actually, I wanted to add one more thing before I go. Make sure you are also looking at the macro environment very closely. The interest rate decisions and inflation data still matter for these high growth stocks. If rates stay high, these smaller companies might face some funding challenges. That is why I prefer the ones with strong cash positions and established partners. It adds a layer of safety to a very speculative bet. Always do your own due diligence and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We are building a legacy, not just looking for a quick flip. All right, now I am really done. Go out there and make it happen. I believe in you and your ability to build a massive portfolio. The future is bright for those who are prepared. Catch you later. One last check on the markets today. The volatility is high, but the opportunity is higher. Stay focused on the goal and don't let the red days scare you away. Every dip is just a chance to buy more of the companies you believe in. That is how the big players do it, and that is how we will do it. Stay disciplined and stay legendary. Talk soon. Goodbye. The energy in the tech space is just incredible right now. I was just reading about a new breakthrough in quantum error correction. This is the kind of stuff that moves the needle and brings us closer to commercialization. It is happening faster than most people realize. I am staying glued to the research and I will keep you guys updated. There is so much to learn and so much to explore in this frontier. I feel like a kid in a candy store with all these new technologies emerging. It is a great time to be alive and a great time to be an investor. Let us make the most of it. See you.